My name is Susanna Austin, and I am a senior here at UCO, and I am putting together my Senior Capstone piece. My capstone piece is exploring the differences between this relationship where one is desperately seeking to help the other and the other one is refusing the help. I was inspired by my mom and my grandmother and their relationship, and I've seen that relationship evolve and take many different turns through my past, and my grandmother is in a situation where she is now having to receive help from my mother and relinquish control of her own life. And so I really wanted to investigate what that felt like, and were there scientific terms for it? Was there a cause and effect for all this? Like, is it something that everybody goes through? Like, why she's having such a hard time growing old and accepting help. I guess the easiest part about this one is working with my particular cast. I chose people based on their ability to work with me and their ability to pick up on verbal cues and movement cues, that they could really investigate this with me. So I think that, like, being able to work with my cast has been the easiest part of this process, because I can really give them a project, they can figure it out, and I can either tell them, yeah, that was great, or let's fix this.
Yeah. You're doing that. You're rolling. Oh, we just walked back together. Go on. Okay, so you have an 8.
At the very beginning of this whole process, I sat them down and I told them who they were portraying, whether it was my mom, whether it was my grandmother, and I had them write down certain questions that really portray those characters.
Thinking about it, it's like my grandmother's lived 92 years of her life living this way. She's not going to change.
Some of the choreography is based off of certain characteristics of my mom or my grandmother. My grandmother has been through a lot of different ailments through her life. She's survived breast cancer, she's had both knees replaced, she's had one hip replacement, she's had so many different things that's going on with her. So a lot of the movement is grabbing and trying to protect your own body. Like, if you could literally hold yourself and protect yourself, that's some of where the movement is coming from. But then there's also this release and stretching and longing for something more. So it's like really, there's several different gestures that evolved during the piece. I wanted to figure out another way that I could help my grandmother through this process. The title of my piece is Her Sacrifice, Her Surrender. And so it's talking about the sacrifice that my mom has had to go through her life, and the surrender that my grandmother has to give in order for this relationship to work. This is a process that I'm going through at the same time as I'm teaching them. So I wanted it to be a very, yes, I came in prepared for rehearsal, but at the same time I was open to wherever that rehearsal was going to take us. If the audience gets nothing but seeing this relationship and the struggles of this relationship, and seeing the distinct difference between the two characters of this woman who is so strong but yet is so weak at the same time, and who cannot get past her own instincts to receive help from this other character, and this other character is just longing for them to just take their hand, just take my help. If the audience gets nothing but that, and that without the story, without the mom, the grandmother, the whatever, but just this two distinct characters of one who is just refusing help and the other one who is longing to help, that's all I want.
I'll press it and tell me
I'll
when.
tell you when, because I have not heard.
Okay. All right, let's run it.
Like, don't write old people off. I think is one thing that I have learned from this, because I feel like some people look at elderly and they're like, oh, they've lived a long life, you're good. But yeah, they've lived a long life. Like, my grandmother spent 92 years on this earth. Like, she's still got stuff to give back. And so just that has really helped me, this process has really helped me cherish my relationship with her. And yeah, it's been rocky at some points, and yeah, there's been times where, it's been a love-hate relationship, but now it's really having to be, I need to take care of her. No matter what she says, no matter what she does, like, I have to be that person for her. Better than I could ever have imagined. It was the biggest inspiration, the best time they've ever done it. It was awesome. Delighted for them, delighted that it's over, and delighted to see what comes next. Just, yeah,